Hey everybody, welcome to the third week. This is our company description and personnel and operating procedures week. Again, there's 3 assignments, and again, it looks kind of scary at first and looks like there's a ton of work, but it's not as scary as it seems. In fact, it's quite doable. So I just wanted to sort of go over the 3 assignments this week. Of course, the first thing you're supposed to do is watch this video, which you're doing if, well, it starts to get like Inception if we try to think about it too hard. But if you're watching the video, then you don't need to be told that the assignment. Anyway, so watch the video, what you're doing. Good work. The second thing is the company description assignment, then the personnel assignment, and then the operating procedures assignment. So 3 assignments again this week. And so as usual, you'll see down here in the session coursework that I have the assignments, but I also have samples of each one. So I just kind of wanted to go over them very briefly so that you'll know what to expect from them. So a company description is exactly what it sounds like. You're going to tell the reader of your business plan about your company. And even though we're talking about the reader of the business plan, what's most important is that you're telling yourself about your company. What is my company? What am I going to do? What do I sell to people? And just sort of what defines my business. I work with business owners all the time who, they're good at something. They're great cupcake makers or they're great doctors, but they haven't really thought about, well, what is it that I'm selling to people and why would they buy it? And so the company description is a place for us to define what we do and also to maybe discuss some of the success factors. What are we good at? And how are we going to be successful at this business? So that's what the company description is all about, is saying what does the company do and how does it satisfy a market need, and then what are our success factors. For example, I own a storage business, and there's lots of storages around town, and so I might ask myself, well, what do I have that other people don't have? It could be location based, like I've got a good location that's right on the highway, or maybe most of the places in town don't have electronic gate systems and mine does, or maybe it could be a number of things that I believe are those factors for success. So that's the company description. The second assignment is the personnel assignment, and personnel just means the people involved in the business, and that includes you as the owner of the business. It also includes any partners or other owners you have. And it also includes some people have a board of directors or a unpaid board of people who provide advice. This is really great if you're trying to get a lender to give you money, but it's a business you don't have a ton of experience in. If you can say, hey, I'm working together with this person who's on my board of directors who has 25 years of experience, that can strengthen you. And then, of course, any employees that you might have. So you start with the organizational structure. How is the business organized? For a very small business, this can be quite simple. Sometimes it's just one person, just the owner of the business, or maybe the owner of the business and one employee. For a much larger and more complex business, you would actually have to sort of plan out an organizational chart that shows the roles of all the people. And then anybody who's in management, you'd want to put up a management profile, which kind of explains why they're in management, what expertise they bring, and so forth. And then if you have a board of directors, same thing, how involved they would be, what their background is, and how their history might be a strength to the company. Again, this sounds like a lot, but for most small businesses, it's quite small. It'll just be a few people. So it's pretty easy to say, these are the 3 people involved in our business, and here's what their roles are, and here's their background and why they're going to be a strength to the business. The third assignment is the operating procedures assignment. So if the personnel assignment is about who will be involved, and operating procedures is kind of how it will happen. I think I say in the assignment, the best way to go through this is just to sort of consider a day in the life of the business. So for my storage business, I would say, okay, so we get up in the morning, and we need to make sure that the premises are clean and well cared for. Who's going to do that job? Is that my job? Is that an employee's job? Is that my spouse's job? So I've already identified who the personnel are in my personnel assignment. So now I say, okay, for each job, When a customer calls and they want to rent a storage unit from us, whose job is it to answer that phone, and whose job is it to go out and meet the customer, to fill out the paperwork, to do the books, and whatever other jobs I can think of. So kind of what you're doing is in operating procedures, you're saying, I've already identified who the people are. Now I'm going to walk myself through all of the functions in the business and ask myself, who does what? And that's it. So those are the 3 assignments this week. Again, it sounds like a lot, but I know you can do it. It's not impossible. And most people taking this course have already taken a number of other courses. And so you have the tools you need to be successful. As always, don't be afraid to give me a call if I can do anything for you. And have a great week.